Welcome back to your second module in the Mindset series. Here, I'm going to run you through the what, why, and how of setting clear, well-informed goals and give you a brief overview of the 4 stages of the goal setting process I'll be taking you through over the next few sessions. So, what even are goals? Put simply, goals can be defined as internal representations of our desired states. Now, why are they important and do we even need them? In short, absolutely yes. Goals help us to organize our behavior, they help us achieve things that are important to us, and they give us a sense of direction and motivation. So what does the goal setting process look like? How do we put the above into best practice to take you from where you are now to where you want to be? Now, while there are many different goal setting frameworks out there, this is the one that I've refined and used successfully on both myself and my own clients. It takes you through 4 different stages where we start off with quite a broad, fuzzy, big picture view and whittle it down until we know exactly what the goal is and what actions we need to take and when. Let me give you an overview of each step now. Step 1. Firstly, we need to identify our biggest, broadest, most ridiculous goal, something that might even sound a little bit crazy to someone else. These goals should be emotive, a little bit vague, and somewhat fuzzy around the edges. Here we're focused on the big picture rather than on the finer details. This is your opportunity to voice the things you may not have told anyone else yet. The important theme here is the identification of values. What's most important to you? What brings you joy, satisfaction, fulfillment? How do we do this? Through the identification of values and future visualization. On to step 2. We then need to know how to turn these big, ridiculous goals into something more manageable, actionable, and bite-sized. Here we take the big picture and start refining the details. We take a narrower focus and begin to think in a more specific, time-sensitive manner, ensuring that your values and big picture view are still front and center. How do we do this? We do this by using the SMART goal setting framework. And then on to step 3. We need to know how on earth we're going to make these things happen. This means we need to understand what needs to happen on a micro level, daily and weekly, in order to achieve the goal laid out in front of us. Without this level of detail, we have no way to understand how or what we need to change in order to be successful. How do we do this? We do this by creating a clear, detailed plan of action that forms your roadmap to change. And finally, step 4. Here we want to understand why, if it's something that's really important to us and perhaps something we've tried before, why we've not been able to make it happen yet, and if there's anything standing in the way. Perhaps you've not been clear on your goals, or perhaps you've not successfully managed change on a micro level, or perhaps there's an unhelpful narrative at play that has made it easier to continue choosing your current situation rather than encouraging you to implement change. Here I help you identify and understand your own limiting beliefs and how we might use this insight to break old patterns and habits and replace them with new ones that support positive change. Okay, it is time for us to take the first step in this process. Here I'm going to introduce you to the best possible self-exercise, which you can find in your workbook. So I want you to take 15 minutes now. I want you to find somewhere quiet, set a timer on your phone, and then put it on silent. You're going to have all of this written down to refer back to, but let me take you through it before I let you go. First things first, I want you to think about what it is you want out of this course. Be as broad or specific as you like here. Make it as detailed as possible. Once you've written this down, I want you to imagine the next 12 weeks have gone as well as they possibly could, even better than you'd hoped. You've worked hard and successfully accomplished the goals you'd set out to achieve. It's no longer something you wish for now, but something you are. What's changed? What have you accomplished? How do you feel? I now want you to fast forward a year from now. As this new you, this best version of you that you've created with all of that hard work, what are some of the things you're thinking? What behaviors do you notice? When you think about yourself now, how do you feel? In what ways have you changed for the better? Without any mental editing, I want you to write down everything that comes to mind. Put it all down, no matter how insignificant you think it might be. Once you've vocalized this wild, unabridged representation of future you, I want you to go ahead and keep her at the front of your mind as you move on to the next part of the process. This is going to help you form the foundation of your SMART goals that we're going to go ahead and set very soon. Okay, I'll let you go now. Good luck with this exercise. I hope you enjoy giving yourself the freedom to think as big as you want, and I look forward to seeing you in our next session.